Love in the Twilight Years. The Unexpected Benefits of Sex for Older Adults. Hello there. I don't know how old you are while watching this video. Maybe you're still young, or perhaps you've reached that age when your hair starts to gray, your steps slow down, and the evenings are spent quietly watching the sun go down. I'm now over 70. I live in a quiet town in the southern United States. Life here is slow, peaceful, but even so, loneliness still finds its way in, especially when night falls. I clearly remember the day my partner and I first talked about intimacy again after years of silence. Not because we stopped loving each other, but because we thought we were too old for it. But one night, we hugged for a long time, not out of lust, but because we simply missed each other. That's when I realized sex never becomes unnecessary. It just changes in form over the years. Sex in old age doesn't have to be rushed or intense like in our youth. Sometimes just lying next to each other, holding hands, stroking one another's hair, that alone can be a deeply intimate expression. So, in this video, I want to share with you, from the true experiences of someone who has lived more than half a century with a partner, the surprising and beautiful benefits that intimacy can bring us in our golden years. Part 1. Breaking the myth. Sex isn't just for the young. I remember once at a senior community gathering we discussed a sensitive topic, intimacy in old age. Many people laughed shyly, some blushed, but after a few minutes, everyone started to open up. One 80-year-old woman shared, "I still love my husband, not in the way young people do, but in the way we still need each other to live." I thought of myself. There were nights when I just wanted to hold my wife, not do anything more, just to feel that we were still there for one another. That, too, is intimacy. Physical closeness, even just gentle contact, is a reflection of a heart that still loves. Don't let societal taboos make you feel guilty about still having desires at this age. It's a natural right, a part of being human. Sex doesn't have an expiration date. It only changes its shape over time. Try, just once, to look past judgment and shame to see your partner like you did in the beginning. You might find that those old feelings are still there, just waiting to be awakened. Part 2. Physical health benefits. Sex helps the body stay healthier. Many older adults suffer from back pain, joint stiffness, sleep disorders, or irritability, but few consider that a lack of physical intimacy might be a contributing factor. When we're close to someone, the body releases endorphins, or natural painkillers, and this isn't just theoretical. I had shoulder pain for over a year. I tried medication, acupuncture, physical therapy, but strangely enough, after rekindling physical affection with my wife, that pain began to fade. Maybe it wasn't entirely due to intimacy, but I believe being held, touched, and loved helped my recovery. Sex also improves circulation, regulates heart rhythm, and keeps muscles lightly active. Especially for men, it helps maintain testosterone levels, which tend to drop with age, leading to low energy and reduced zest for life. Women are no exception. Maintaining intimacy promotes natural lubrication and reduces the discomfort of dryness, a common reason older women avoid closeness. In short, if we learn to appreciate our bodies and maintain intimacy in a gentle, age-appropriate way, then sex becomes one of the best forms of self-care, both physically and emotionally. Part 3. Mental health benefits. Keeping the heart young. Have you ever noticed that elderly couples who still hold hands, who still stroke each other's hair, tend to live longer and seem genuinely happy? That's not just for show, it's medicine for the soul. When we no longer have careers or daily ambitions like in our youth, the only thing that keeps our hearts alive is emotion. Sex, for seniors, isn't about wild passion. It's about feeling needed, valued, and loved. I once experienced mild depression after retiring. My days were routine, reading, watching TV, tending to the garden. But everything changed when I became more affectionate with my wife. Gentle hugs, slow kisses, late-night talks in bed, those made me feel like I had come back to life. A study in the US showed that older adults who remain physically affectionate with their partners are 60% less likely to suffer from depression than those who live alone, simply because they have a place to express their feelings. So why give up the right to be happy just because of age? Part 4. Sex as medicine. Prevention and longevity. I've seen many seniors live into their 90s, still sharp, still energetic. When asked their secret, they didn't mention supplements or fancy therapies. They simply said, "We still love each other." Love isn't just emotional, it's a form of wellness. Every time we are intimate, our bodies get an internal massage. Our heartbeat rises naturally. Blood flows. The brain receives more oxygen. Scientists call sex a form of meditation because during those moments, the outside world fades away. Only the presence of two people remains. This state reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and boosts oxytocin, the bonding hormone, strengthening the immune system. If you can maintain intimacy regularly, not too often, even just 2-3 times a month, you'll feel the difference. You'll eat better, sleep deeper, and live more meaningfully. Part 5. Keeping the flame alive. How to maintain intimacy in old age. You might ask me, at this age, how do we start again? I say, start with a simple handhold. No need to rush. Try sitting down with your partner and ask, when was the last time we were close? Create a romantic atmosphere, light a candle, play some soft music, look through old wedding photos. Small gestures like these rekindle forgotten emotions. If you're feeling shy, begin by expressing your feelings. I miss you. I feel like we've drifted. Can we try sleeping closer tonight? Also, consider medical support if needed. There are safe lubricants and age-appropriate health aids available today to help intimacy feel comfortable again. Most importantly, adjust your expectations. Don't try to replicate youth. Intimacy at this age isn't about performance. It's about connection, about listening, understanding, and simply being there. Part 6. Closing. The ability to love still remains. Old age, if we embrace it, can be the most beautiful chapter of love. Because by then, there's no more agenda, no more competition, only sincerity and the deep need for one another. Don't think your feelings are gone. They're just sleeping. Wake them up. Not with expensive therapies or pills, but with an evening spent together. No phones, no TV, just eye contact, soft laughter, and a warm embrace. This is what sex in old age truly looks like. Not loud, but profoundly touching. If you've listened this far, I truly thank you. At our age, we no longer care about all the noise out there. We just want someone to listen. Somewhere to share. And if this video has touched your heart even a little, that is my greatest joy. I hope this channel becomes a space for older adults like us to be heard, understood, and connected through compassion. If you found this content meaningful, please click the subscribe button so we can meet again in future videos. You can also tap the little bell icon so the next time I have something to share, you'll be the first to know. And if you have your own story or feelings you've kept inside, leave a comment below. Who knows, someone reading it might smile, realizing they're not alone. Thank you for staying, for listening, and for still believing in love, even after all the springs of life we've passed.